steady stream and basically a 4-3 score. It's good to learn how to win those games, obviously.
Yeah, we've been in enough of them, right? So we're comfortable in that regard. We've got more guys with more poise now, so we can play more guys coming down the stretch, and I think that's important.
And about that, more guys with more poise, the balance continues too. You talked the last game about the fourth line and what McClement is doing, but then you get Brock McGinn and Rath's line get going, and you're going to get a better outcome when everybody's contributing.
Yeah, it's hard to shut them all down if they're all firing and, playing properly. There's some offense on all four lines, to be honest with you. Even the play Stolberg made to Nordy on the 2-on-1 was a good play and a good save. So you want everyone to be dangerous and pushing the pace. Like, even their one goal, I think it was 3-2 at the time, and we're trying to make it 4-2. Unfortunately, they go the other way and it's 3-3, but that's hockey, right? So we're trying to, generate more. We're trying to generate throughout the lineup. We're trying to generate from the first shift right to the final horn.
You got the Rass, Skinner, Ryan combination back together, and they produced 3 goals, and they just looked dangerous a lot tonight.
They were dangerous. They were very good tonight. I think it helps a little bit with that lefty-righty taking face-offs and starting with the puck a little bit more. And you see the addition of Lindy into the lineup, what he means to this team. I thought he was very good. I thought he didn't miss a beat. I got better every period, but he was playing very well when he went out, and it's a credit to him to be able to come back and play at that level coming off that type of game.
Bill, some crazy goals against tonight, and almost another one at the end of the first there. Just sort of weird kind of fluky plays or bounces, those end boards in particular. How did you guys weather that? It seems like the kind of thing that might have shaken your confidence a little bit earlier in the year.
Well, we're mature enough now that we know. I think really I have to look at them a little closer, but I thought we worked hard for our goals, and a couple of theirs we kind of gifted them, gave them to them a little bit easier than we'd like. So we'll look at that and we'll address that and learn from it, especially when we play them again in a week, right? We're in Columbus a week from today, so there's areas we can clean up. And in saying that, our first 3 penalties were all in the ozone. So there's some things that we can do better to make it easier on ourselves. Not that it's ever easy, they're a very good team, played well, but we don't want to make it any harder than it already is.
And do you have any fatigue concerns with Cam at all?
No.
Okay.
No, if I was that young, I'd run around the building. He's got another day off tomorrow. He's coming off a day off, day off. It's just about managing him properly right now. And, everyone's talking about the Fountain of Youth or whatever it may be. He drank out of the Fountain of Youth all summer with our strength coach. He worked hard. He had a great summer. Got dinged up a little bit in the pregame skate, minor obviously, and then the day off will help him. And then get a little Wardo in there halfway through the pregame skate and get him off the ice. So we just got to be smart about what we're doing.
Looks like McGinn's the guy who's playing like he wants to stay on this level.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, the paychecks are a little better. Meals are a little better on the plane than on the bus. He's not stupid. He's not stupid at all, actually. Pretty smart kid. He was dinged up there for a while. I tried to give him a few days off. He wasn't coming out of the lineup. He didn't want to come out of the lineup. And that's a credit to him. There's not enough old school guys left. He's old school in the fact that he likes it. He's trying to establish himself as a full-time NHL player, and he plays hard each and every night.
How important were the penalty kills too? When it was
Well, it's a fair fight. It's a good power play against a good penalty kill, and we'll see it again a week from now, and then we'll see it again a few days after that. So I wouldn't recommend taking ozone penalties again moving forward. If we're going to take penalties, make sure they're penalties that deny scoring chances or something that makes a little more sense than an ozone penalty. Penalty kill's good. Those guys have a lot of pride, and when we do break down, the goaltender's there for us.
one shot allowed on the power play.
Clean that up.
You're 2.5 years in now, and exactly at the halfway point. Is this about the best you've had a group of personnel playing the right way for you since you've been here?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're on the right track for sure. Lindy's playing the best hockey he's played under my time here. Probably some other guys you could say that about, but Lindy for sure. But playing the game hard, playing the game the right way, we still have things we can do better on a consistent basis. We can learn from the upper echelon teams in the league, and we will. We point out the areas that we need to get better at. And I like our group. I really do. I like our people. I like our skill level. It's improved since I've been here. It's a credit to our management group to go out and get these people, and we're becoming more competitive. We still have to improve in that area, but we're going to do that. We've got some guys coming that we're very confident in, and it's going to get very competitive as we continue to go along. I have confidence in some of the guys that are down there, and if we had to bring them up, they'd play. They wouldn't sit, they'd come in and play.
And you can learn from some of these top teams. Columbus, when they gave up that fourth goal, seems like they really upped the physicality and almost had a playoff feel. Now, like you mentioned, you get them 2 more times. Does this feel like a little, I know you can't focus on Columbus because you got other games in between there. You can't focus solely on them, but does it feel like maybe you can send a bit of a message to them and the league, like, you know, we're part of this? Part of this race?
Well, we're part of it. We believe we're part of it, and that's what's important. And the nice thing is, playing them 3 times in 12 days, you're going to learn a lot about each other. We'll know a lot more after the 3rd game. But now what we have to do is we have to focus on our next opponent. And then as the time gets closer, we'll dial in on them again. And they'll be better. You know, they had a late scratch, ended up with 11-7, so that's always a little bit of a, I don't think that was by design. I think Calvert was scheduled to play. So they'll be better when we're in Columbus, and we're going to have to be better when we're on the road.
At the beginning of the year, you guys got off to a slow start, and you've been trying to, you know, climbing up the hill ever since. Do you get energized now because you're really right in the thick of it? I mean, you're only 3 points behind Philly with 2 games in hand for 5th in the Metro. Can the team get energized based on the climb that they're on?
Well, I think they get energized by the fact they know that they can play with anybody, right? You look at who we play with and who you beat, and the scores in games when you don't get the job done or you don't get the result that you want. And we're confident each and every night that we're going to get 2 points. I believe when I wake up in the morning on game day, we're leaving at the end of the night with 2. I really believe that. How we're going to get it done is going to be in regulation, overtime, shootout, whatever it's going to be. I think we're leaving at the end of the night with 2 points. We know that we're going to have to go at a better pace than we did in the first half. I think Luke, that was in your article. I think we're on pace for 90. That's not going to be enough. We know that. But we also know that we have a limited time until we go to the break, the All-Star break. And we're going to push hard until then. And then we're going to come back, and I don't know how many games we have, and then we have another break, right? But I'll tell you what, it's not perfect for everybody. And for some of these young guys, the first-year pros and the Ahos of the world, those types of players, you know, the guys we always talk about hitting the rookie wall, this is perfect for those guys. They're about to hit the wall, boom, you get 4 days off. Go, 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 you're going to hit the wall again, boom, you got 5 days off. It's amazing. So if you look after yourself properly during the breaks, I think it helps a young team, and that's what we are.
Bill, the flip side of that, you guys started 2-4-2, and to put yourself in this position at the halfway point, not many teams can do that and climb up the standings like this in today's game.
Yeah.
Do you take some confidence from that? You can point to these guys and say, you know, we're doing it, or we're getting there?
They know. They know. And then we're frustrated. I don't like that word. We know when we let points slip, and that's what we did when we were 2-4-2. We shouldn't have been 2-4-2. I don't know what we should have been, but we should have been better than that. So it wasn't like we were playing poorly. We let things slip on us early in the year. Against Boston in the 3rd, they pushed hard and were better than us. We're realistic. They had more grade A's than we did. Warlow got us to overtime. And then in overtime, our skill got us the extra point. At the start of the year, we were in situations we should have been putting games away, and we're not. Now we have the ability to put games away. So as we go down the stretch, and that's a long way away, we're just going to focus till LA, and then we're going to focus on the bye week, and then we're really going to push. But there's 41 games left. There's a lot of points left on the table. At some point, we are going to have to go on a big-time continuous streak. If we've got a nice little streak going at home, but it's spread out over so long that it doesn't feel like it's that, you don't really feel like that streak's even intact because you've lost games in between. But we're going to have to go on an extended winning streak. We really are. And in a perfect world, you get that done in regulation, so they're not 3-point games.
Columbus was relentless there the last 10 minutes. You got to feel good about the way your team held them off.
I thought they were relentless all 60. They're a good team. They come after you. They're 4 lines deep. They move the puck. They were in the rush. They're a good team. Their record is a reflection on how good they are. So, you know, I want wanted to continue to push, we gotta, when we're up one, we gotta get up two, when you're up two, you're trying to get up three, but you do it responsibly, and that's what we're trying to accomplish as we move along.